Hello, my name is Stephen Mitchell. Oh, sorry, you're starting, David. Sorry.
Okay, I wanted to give you a quick introduction, but hi
No, go
everyone
ahead.
again. I'm going to jump in and introduce the next session by Stephen Mitchell from Broward College, and he'll speak about how to save money and attend your dream school. So don't forget that at the end of the session we'll have time for a Q&A, so you can go ahead and feel free to text the questions, and at the end of the presentation Stefan will answer them. Take it from here, Stefan.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it. And welcome everyone, whether you're watching this live or on a recording. Welcome to the seminar or webinar from Broward College regarding the 2+2 and how to attend your dream school for about half the cost. My name is Stephen Mitchell. I'm the international recruiter for Broward College here in sunny South Florida. That's our campus that you can see in my background. Let me share my screen and give you some more information. So I'm on the right screen. Yes, there we go. So Broward College is located in Broward County, which is just north of Miami. It's near the Fort Lauderdale area. In fact, we have a campus in Fort Lauderdale. That's actually where our campus president and administrative officers are located. There are some classes downtown as well, but the majority of our classes are at our three main campuses: the North Campus up in Coconut Creek, the South Campus in Davie, Florida, the Central Campus, I'm sorry, and that's where the International Student Services Office is located. And then our South Campus in Pembroke Pines, which is also near Perry Airport. So our aviation program, which is very good, is located there. And then we have some satellite campuses around the county as well as a robust online program. Broward College has been around for over 60 years. In fact, last year we celebrated our 60th anniversary. We were the first institution of higher education in Broward County, and we're still the largest institution of higher education in Broward County. We are highly ranked. In fact, the Aspen Institute ranked us as one of the top 3 community colleges in the entire United States for 2021. And this is the 4th time that we've been ranked in the top 10 by the Aspen Institute out of Washington, D.C. We were ranked 2013, 2017, 2019, and again this year in 2021. We are very affordable, and that's one of the things we're going to be talking about today, is how you can save money on your university education. We know that COVID-19 has had a huge impact on the world's economy and possibly on your family as well. Broward College is one of the least expensive ways to go to school in South Florida and perhaps even in the United States, as our tuition is lower than state universities and, of course, all private schools. You're looking at about a yearly cost for tuition and books of about $10,000 for 2 terms. So it's about $5,000 per term for tuition and books. Tuition is about $4,500, books are about $500. So very affordable. We have over 63,000 students currently from 150 different countries. Pre-pandemic, we had about 700 students studying under the F1 visa program. It's down to about 500 now, but we expect to get back up to the 700 plus number very soon as the borders are starting to reopen. We have over 140 different programs. So I'm sure that whatever you're interested in studying, we probably have a program for it. These programs are broken down into 8 different pathways. So whether you're interested in the arts or business or STEM programs, science, technology, engineering, and math, aviation, etc., we probably have the program that you're interested in. And of course, there are lots of student advantages to attending Broward College. You're going to have small classes, so it's usually no more than 24 to 25 in a class. Excellent top-rated professors. We have free academic advising, free tutoring for all of your classes. We have campus libraries at all 3 of our main campuses, online databases as well. Our Career Center helps you with your resume and interview skills when it's time to do optional practical training, OPT. And our Honors College program, many of our international students take advantage of that as well. If you get into the Honors College program, you can do that after the first term or semester of school, and as long as you have a 3.5 average, basically a B+, A- average, and you can join the Honors College. If you're able to graduate from the Honors College, you're going to receive lots of awards, distinctions. You can become eligible for lots of scholarships. All of our honors college students get accepted to the transfer school of their choice, and 99% of them are getting scholarships to do so. And we're going to talk about that whole transfer process in a minute. And of course, it's not just about study. We want our students to enjoy themselves and have a robust student life. So at all of our campuses, there are activities and student government, student ambassador programs, clubs, performing arts, volunteer opportunities, intramural athletics, and fitness centers. There's always something to do at Broward College. We do not have housing on any of our campuses. We do have a housing partner that's located near the central campus. It's called University Point. They will assist you in finding a roommate if you're interested in a roommate. They also have single rooms as well. If you are in a roommate situation, you're always going to have your own bedroom and your own bathroom. So you're only sharing the living room and the kitchen, and there's a washer and dryer in each unit. There's a pool on the premises. There's study rooms on the premises. There's a gym on the premises. It's right near the central campus. They have a shuttle that goes back and forth between their school, between their property and ours. There's restaurants and shops on the bottom level that you can see there as well. So it's a great living space. But there are other apartments that you can rent in the area as well of all of our campuses. So now let's talk about what we're mainly here to hear about is the 2+2 process, or there's some other options for you as well at Broward College. One of the things we like to say at Broward College is that you're going to start here, you're going to finish someplace else, whether it's going to university or going directly to a job, and you're going to be able to succeed anywhere in the world that you want to. And you can do that through a variety of different ways. We have our Associative Arts degree, which is the 2+2 program, the main one that we'll be focusing on today. We do have an Associative Science program as well. We have some bachelor's degrees. We have our language training program for those who need to improve their English skills before they go into an academic program. And we have some certificate programs as well. Our English for Academic Purposes program is not designed to teach you English. You do have to be at intermediate level English in order to be admitted even into our English for Academic Purposes program. So it's designed to teach you how to be a student in English, how to write papers in English, how to study in English, how to give presentations in English. How long the program is depends on what level you tested. So there's 3 levels. Each level is a full term or semester. So if you test in the highest level, level 4, you only have 1 term of EAP, and then you get to automatically transfer into an academic program. If you test at the lowest level, then you would have 3 terms, and then you can transfer as well. Next, I'll talk about our Associative Science degrees. These are 2-year technical programs. They're designed to give you immediate access to employment. So these are things like our health sciences degrees, like nursing, radiography, physical therapy assistant, dental assisting, dental hygiene, our aviation programs, aviation maintenance, aviation management, aviation pilot technology. These are all Associative Science degrees where you're skipping kind of the general education courses that are usually required for a bachelor's degree, going directly into the program and learning what you need to learn in order to work, and then you're able to go directly into the workforce. For our health sciences programs, many of them do require very rigorous prerequisites before you can be admitted. So if you're trying to get into nursing or any of our health sciences programs, you may need to start with our prerequisite program first to get the prerequisites you need to be admitted to that program, and then we can transfer you into, say, nursing or whatever once you meet those prerequisites. You are eligible for OPT, optional practical training, at the end of an Associative Science degree. OPT means that you are allowed to apply to the U.S. government to work for 1 year in the field in which you studied to get experience before returning home under your F1 visa. So you get to work for 1 year under your F1 visa if you're approved by the government under OPT. So the Associative Science degrees do allow you to qualify for OPT. Now let's talk about the main thing that you're here to, that may have lured you in based on the title of my presentation, 2+2, attending your dream school for half the cost. And so this is the 2+2 program where students are going to start with us. They're going to finish their bachelor's degree at university and then go on to succeed. So basically in the United States, if you're not aware, no matter where you go to school for a bachelor's program, the first 2 years are always the same. The first 2 years are your general education courses and your beginning courses of your major. At university, after you finish those 2 years, you simply go from year 2 to year 3. When you go to a school like Broward College, which is a state school or a community college, you're actually going to get a degree for those first 2 years. It's called the Associative Arts degree. And don't let the term arts fool you. Even if you're in a science program, such as a biology major or pre-med or chemistry or physics, whatever, you're still in the Associative Arts degree. This just means that you're getting all of the classes that you need in order to transfer to university. So after you finish those 2 years, you're actually going to receive a degree. And when you receive that degree, that gives you two things. Number one, because you've received a degree, you're now eligible for OPT. So whereas when you go to university, you would go there for all 4 years and you'd only be eligible for 1 year of OPT. When you do the 2+2 plan, because you're getting an actual degree, you can go 2 years with us, get the associate degree of arts degree, do a year of OPT, then transfer to university, complete your 2 years there for a bachelor's degree, and you get another year of OPT. So you'll get an extra year of OPT if you wish when you do the 2+2 method. We have over 30 schools that you can transfer to once you receive your associate degree. So all of the Florida public schools, we have articulation agreements with, and we have articulation agreements with about 20 other schools, such as University of Kentucky, Arizona State, University of Cincinnati, and more. What that means is that once you transfer to those schools, they're going to accept all of your credits. So you go in as a third-year student. So obviously our tuition is going to be much lower than theirs. So that is how you're saving tons of money. And then of course, many of our students are getting scholarships when they transfer. So they're saving even more money. We also have students that transfer to private schools, such as University of Miami, even Ivy League schools like like Harvard University or Brown University. In fact, we had an international student a few years ago who got a full scholarship to transfer to Brown University to complete his bachelor's degree. These are just some of the schools. Again, the top schools that you see on there on that top row are all of the Florida schools, such as University of Central Florida, UCF in Orlando. That Gator is University of Florida in Gainesville, which is a top 10 public university. Florida State is in the top 25, I believe, as well. And then some of the other schools down here, University of Miami, Arizona State, University of Kentucky, etc. And you can see many of them are highly ranked. As I mentioned, University of Florida, number 8, Florida State, number 26, Arizona State, number 52. So you have some great options of schools that you can transfer to. And this is just an idea of some of the money that you can save. So for example, as an international student, if you were to go to Florida Atlantic University in Boca, it's about $80,000 for all 4 years. But if you go to Broward College for the first 2 years and then transfer to FAU, you're saving yourself almost $20,000. And of course, you're saving even more if you're able to get a scholarship to attend to those schools, which many of our students are. Because these schools love international students, and so they're trying to recruit them. And so you, especially if you're in the honors college, you're definitely going to get scholarships to attend those schools. Again, same thing if you're transferring to a private school. So University of Miami, as an international student, you're looking at about $50,000 a year, $200,000 for 4 years, over $200,000. So if you're to come to Broward College for the first 2 years, and then transfer, you're saving yourself about $80,000. Again, even more if you're getting a scholarship to those schools. So you can see the savings is quite a bit. Not only is this a great way to save money to go to your dream school, but sometimes, due to circumstances, maybe your GPA was not as high as you wanted it to be, or your SAT scores were not as high as you wanted them to be. And so you're not able to get into these dream schools. And Broward College gives you another opportunity to be able to attend these schools without having to have high SAT scores, without having to have the high GPA from high school, because you can fix your GPA by doing the Associative Arts degree with us, and you're not required to have the SAT scores when you transfer with the Associative Arts degree into one of these universities. In fact, you do not need the SAT or ACT to get into Broward College. All you need to do is have graduated from high school. We do have a language placement requirement if you are from a non-English speaking country, but you can take that test with us, or if you have a TOEFL or IELTS or Cambridge score, you can submit that as well. But again, we have our own language placement test, and we have our own academic test as well. We do have some bachelor's programs. You have to have at least 60 qualifying credits in order to get into one of our bachelor's programs. We have aerospace sciences for those in the aviation program, education, environmental science, information technology, supervision and management, supply chain management, which of course is big right now with the pandemic. Our nursing students can transfer into our Bachelor's of Nursing program, and then technology management. So that's pretty much all of the programs. Again, the 2+2 is a great opportunity to not only save money, but to really get into your dream school if you weren't able to do so initially right out of high school, or if you've been out of high school for a while and you need a fresh start. You're going to have much smaller classes. Many university classes are 100 students or more. You're always going to be in a nice intimate setting with your professor and really be able to learn and to assimilate into the American education system. For more information, please email us at isso@broward.edu. The website is broward.edu/ISSO. So both ISSOs there, and you are welcome to attend any of the webinars that we have. We have some live webinars twice a month. You'll see that on our website as well. So at this point, I'll turn it over to David to see if we have any questions. And we look forward to helping you to attend your dream school by starting your education process with Broward College. I know one of the questions, David, you with us, David? One of the questions is usually about housing. As I mentioned, we don't have on-campus housing. There are apartments and houses in the area of all of our campuses that you can rent. And of course, you have the university point option as well. For scholarships, again, we don't have incoming scholarships for incoming international students because our tuition is so low, only $4,500 per term. But again, you can qualify for scholarships once you become a student, and you can also get those transfer scholarships once you're ready to go on to university. An important thing to remember about scholarships is that scholarships are only as good as what the full offer is. So for example, in my example about University of Miami, which is $50,000 a year, if they give you a $30,000 a year scholarship, that sounds great. And you're telling all your friends, oh, I got a $30,000 a year scholarship. This is great. But you're still paying $20,000 because the tuition is $50,000, right? With $20,000 is still double what you would pay at Broward College for only $10,000. So scholarships sound great, but you have to make sure that they're full scholarships. If they give you a $30,000 a year scholarship, that sounds great. You're telling all your friends, oh, I got a $30,000 a year scholarship. This is great. But you're still paying $20,000 because the tuition is $50,000, right? With $20,000 is still double what you would pay at Broward College, only $10,000. So scholarships sound great, but we might have a slight delay. David, do you have some questions?
Yeah, there's a little bit delayed. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, so we do have, thank you so much for the information. And we do have few questions that came in. And I want to start with the questions by Diego, who apparently live in Weston. And he asking if the Davie campus is the same as the Fort Lauderdale campus.
So the Fort Lauderdale campus is not a full campus. There are certain programs that are only in Fort Lauderdale, such as our construction program, our architecture program. Some of our graphic arts programs are downtown Fort Lauderdale. The three main campuses would be North, South, and Central, and pretty much most programs are available at all three of those. Some of the health sciences programs are only available at certain campuses, and obviously the aviation program is only at the South campus near the airport.
Gotcha, thank you. So he also asked, he wants to study economics, but he said, Broward College doesn't offer that career. Is there still a way for him
No, we have economics.
To attend Broward College and then finish a major in economics in the university?
No, we absolutely have economics. So again, that would be through the Associative Arts degree program. So he would do the first 2 years with his general education classes and then the beginning classes of the major in economics. And then he can transfer to Florida International, to University of Florida, University of Central Florida, Arizona State. Yeah, we absolutely have economics. Okay. Absolutely.
Great. And another question is regarding if there's any age restriction, taking the fact that it's a community college?
There is no age restriction, so we could take you from 9 to 99, as long as you have the requirements to be admitted, which would be the high school diploma. So if you graduated from high school at age 15 or age 16, that's fine. If you've been out of school for a while and you're 55 and you want to go back to school, we can certainly take you there as well.
Okay, thank you. And there's a question about the application fee. I mean, we have an application fee, a fee of $75. Is that accurate to it? To start the
Application fee is $75, and that what that covers is not only your application, but it covers any of the placement tests that you would need to take. So, for example, if you don't have SAT, ACT, TOEFL, or IELTS scores, you can take our language placement test, the LOPE, or our academic placement test, the PERT. Once you qualify, if you don't need the language placement test, depending on the country that you're from, and that application fee includes the testing fees.
Okay, great. And another question, it seems like there's a lot of questions coming for you, which is great. It's about the honors program that you mentioned. Can you mention the requirements to enter the honors program? SAT scores, for example, is that going to work?
So there's a possibility to enter the honors college directly when you are applying. If you're a recent high school graduate and you have either certain SAT scores or certain GPA, depending on if you went to a U.S. accredited high school. The majority of our international students, they're going to enter the honors college after their first semester. So they would take their first semester of 12 credits, and if they get a GPA of 3.5, 12 credits is usually 4 classes, because the average class is 3 credits. But some are obviously less, some are more. But on average, each class is 3 credits. So you're taking 4 classes per term. So after your first semester of those 4 classes, if you have a 3.5 GPA, so let's say you got 2 A's and 2 B's, you have a 3.5 GPA, and now you're eligible to join the honors college. As long as you have that GPA, you're eligible to join. There's no other restrictions. And then you do have to maintain your GPA, your grade point average, and of course you have to take some special honors classes and things like that. The honors students get to register first for their classes, so there's some advantage there. Again, if you're taking the specific honors classes, those classes are usually very small. Instead of 24 or 25 per class, there may only be 7 to 10 people in those classes. So now you're really getting some one-on-one instruction. And then you become eligible for scholarships both while you're at Broward College, and then of course you're going to get those scholarships to transfer as well.
Okay, I think that's it's a pretty comprehensive answer, and I appreciate that. Thank you. And I want to remind everyone who's watching right now that they can contact you on the platform and text you if they have any specific question that they want to ask you. They can also go back to ApplyWave and start an application where they can submit documents, and those documents will reach to you, and you will be able to assess and move forward with the process. So if someone is interested, I think the best way to go is submit the application, submit the paperwork, Broward College, review them, and we can assist with the process. So I don't see any other questions coming in right now. So
ApplyWave is very helpful in the process, and you can definitely do it through directly through ApplyWave, and they will definitely help you through the process. And of course, you can always email us directly as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Stefan.
Thank you, David, for hosting us, and we look forward to seeing you and many of your students here at Broward College.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone.